time for a tall ladder.
Hey, aren't you gonna lock that out?
Nah, this just take a minute.
I hate being late. We're always 15 minutes late no matter what.
Time, or rather the passage of time, is a constant presence in our lives. It's how we measure our progress at work and how we juggle our busy lives at home. We often have our days planned down to the minute, requiring that a precise schedule be maintained in order to fit it all in. See if this looks familiar.
Hey, Mandy, let's go get some caffeine.
No time. I gotta scan these files before 3:15.
Hey, Scotty, let's pick up the pace a little. Lunch starts at 12:45.
Do you think you could drive any crazier?
I hate being late. We're always 15 minutes late no matter what.
Yes, our lives are busy. At work, at home, everywhere it seems. Time has become such an important part of our lives that it has become a valuable commodity, one that is often in short supply. And like all scarce commodities, we place great value on our time. Unfortunately, this can lead to risky behavior.
Scotty and I were cleaning an area in the warehouse. He was placing lids and labeling containers. I was moving the stuff as fast as he could get it ready. I wanted to be finished before the lunch break, and we got behind schedule.
Hurry up, Scotty. Get out of my way. We gotta keep moving.
As Robert began rushing, he allowed less and less time for Scotty to get clear of the container before approaching it with the lift truck. He also began driving faster and faster. Not used to working at this faster pace, Scotty was having trouble with the lids and applying the labels. The faster pace was actually slowing him down, much to Robert's frustration. As Robert focused on speeding up Scotty, he lost focus on safe driving practices, just as a coworker was approaching. When incidents such as this are investigated, the reasons given for being in a hurry never seem very important after an incident has occurred. Taking time to work safely is part of every job we perform and must never be compromised in a misguided effort to meet a deadline. Make no mistake, rushing is hazardous. Rushing creates a distraction from our normal work routine. When working at a pace faster than normal, even experienced workers begin to skip steps, become distracted, and make mistakes. For example, before he decided to work at a faster pace, Robert stopped his forklift a safe distance from Scotty and waited for him to clear the area before approaching the container. He also followed safe driving practices by looking behind the forklift before backing up, and he operated the forklift at a safe speed. Then, Robert decided saving time was more important than working safely. When Robert started rushing, he began driving faster and faster. He began approaching the container before Scotty was safely out of the way. And he became so focused on hurrying that he neglected the critical step of looking behind the forklift before backing up. It's interesting to note that even though Robert and Scotty were attempting to work faster, the mistakes caused by rushing negated any actual time savings. In other words, rushing to save time often doesn't. Take driving in traffic, for example. Too many people attempt to use drive time as a time to get back on schedule after a late start. These people make a habit of gunning it at all green lights, running through yellow lights rather than stopping, and pushing the speed limit every chance they get. On a good day, they're rewarded for their risky behavior by arriving about 1 minute ahead of a vehicle driven in a safe manner. Of course, on a bad day, they don't arrive at all. Another hazard associated with hurrying is the fact that we're actually moving faster than usual. This may seem obvious, but we seldom think about the increased risk this creates. Moving faster means less time to scan our path of travel for hazards. Moving faster means less time to react to changing conditions.
Oh my God, are you all right?
Moving faster means less time to be aware of our surroundings and keep our body parts out of the line of fire. Moving faster means striking objects with more force, resulting in more severe injuries. Moving faster means we carry more momentum, making a slip, trip, or fall much more likely and painful. Being rushed or in a hurry is often given as the cause of an injury or incident, but rushing is not really a cause. It's more like a symptom of a larger issue: poor planning and poor time management. Make a list of what you want to accomplish each day, along with realistic time expectations. Utilize pre-job briefings to ensure everyone knows the plan and has realistic expectations for how long it will take. And when the work is done, remember that cleaning up and putting away tools also takes time. Using realistic time expectations when planning your work can prevent rushing, frustration, and injuries. Many jobs require us to work at a fast pace, and that's fine, as long as we have the skill, training, and experience to perform the job safely. When we become skilled at our jobs, we can safely work at a fast pace, as long as our safe work practices can keep up with our actions, which can only be achieved when we concentrate fully on the task at hand. Losing concentration, even for a moment, whether it's due to rushing, frustration, or other factors, can lead to serious injury.
I was trying to hurry up and set up some parts for a critical job. I was also trying to explain to Jerry, a new guy, how to set up the programming for his machine, because his job was also a rush and he didn't know how to do it.
Hey, Mike, would you see these coordinates work? No.
I wasn't watching where I was going. I was hurrying. I was distracted talking to Jerry. I was frustrated and not using my best judgment. I was pulling a cart of very heavy, very sharp materials in a crowded work area. That's not a great combination.
Why coordinates point of fun?
My leg was hurt really bad. I was out of work for over 2 weeks and both jobs were late anyway. All I accomplished from rushing around, frustrated, was to make a stressful situation even worse.
We have seen examples of people making poor safety choices in a misguided effort to save time. However, many people make equally poor safety choices when they're not feeling rushed for time. They simply choose not to take time for safety.
Hey, aren't you gonna lock that out?
Nah, this just take a minute.
All right.
Hey, why don't you get a taller ladder? I don't have time for a taller ladder.
Preventing these types of needless injuries is what our safety and health program is all about. Taking time for safety not only means avoiding the rushing, frustration, and distraction that comes with getting in a hurry, it also means taking the time to set a good example for others, so that a culture of following safe work practices can replace a culture of bad habits and shortcuts. In this program, we have seen how placing an inflated value on time can lead to rushing, frustration, bad habits, and injuries. The real value of time is not in trying to save time, but rather in using our time to stay safe, healthy, and injury-free. Time spent in an effort to avoid injury is time well spent indeed. And going home safe each day is all the proof you need to know that your time was well spent.